the first thing I wanted to ask you guys about was about the cross stuff. It's the symbol is the title of your record. There's the big illuminated one when you perform. How did that sort of come to be?
I mean, like we really started to use it as a visual thing when we put out Waters of Nazareth. The main element of Waters of Nazareth is the church organ that comes at the end of the track, and we built everything around this. And at this moment, we thought that it could be interesting to blend church music power and club music energy together, because these are two kinds of music that gather people, you know.
You talked to Tyler Grisham for Pitchfork's guest list, and you said the last great book you read was the Bible. And I'm wondering if with the cross and the interest in the Bible, is there a theological sort of bent to justice in any way?
No, because like even though we are Christian, we don't want to use justice like to spread like personal messages, or I mean like justice is music without a message and
sure.
without politics stuff, and we don't want to use justice like to tell people what they have to think or stuff like this. So the main message of the cross is just like, okay, people get together, love each other and stuff like this. Like when we use this cross for the shows, it's not meant to be like a religious spreading or whatever. This is just like an entertainment thing.
But you find something interesting about the experience of going to a church, of people gathering in a large group.
When you see the Pope at his balcony, like talking to like 4,000 people, he's like the greatest rock star on earth, you know? He just has to make this, and people just like getting crazy.
Is that what you aspire to?
Kind of.
Is the ultimate goal to eventually play the Vatican, open for the Pope?
No.
Are we gonna see that?
No, we don't want like to blend too much things like this.
Sure.
Then we're gonna have curses. We are really superstitious, you know?
Is there a specific superstition that you guys notice a lot, like especially on tour?
It's silly, but it's like when you are a kid and you try like to walk on the pavement, like not on the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have a bad day or stuff like this. But so this is that, but like 10 times bigger. It's really, really tough.
Yeah. Are there any rituals that you guys use to get yourself properly prepared for playing the shows?
Like yeah, like we don't do it anymore. But at the beginning, we used to like put cigarettes online on the table.
Do you notice a difference? Have you noticed a difference between audiences in France and in North America, or even some of the further places you guys have traveled?
There's a big difference between North America and France, and that counts. Is in France there's no age limit to go to concerts, and in North America most of the times it's 18 or plus or 21 or plus, and that makes a big difference. I mean, it's cool to have like young kids at the concerts. First, they are really enthusiastic, because when you are young, you don't think too much about music. You just like come and enjoy or not. The more you think about like what is cool, what is uncool, what is trendy, what is not trendy, and then, I mean, like when you are like more than 20, you think too much and you are boring, and we are, you know, so are we, definitely. But when you come at 13, 14, 15, this is most of the times like your first concert, and you are just here to live like a proper experience, and your first concert is something you remember all your life. Because when I used to be 13, I used to love like if I met like a Snoop Dogg in the street when I was 13, I would have been like, shit, this guy changed my life, and he did actually.
Do you still engage with their music now?
Yeah, I do. Like I still think like Snoop and Dre are like the biggest rock stars in America.
Snoop, Dre, and the Pope.
No,
right.
Okay, Snoop, Dre, and that's it. Yeah. I still do enjoy the new Snoop records. Like not everything, but most of them are still. I'm really curious about what he's releasing.
You know, one of the things you guys do in the middle of sets is drop other people's songs in between, and one of those is Master of Puppets by Metallica. Are you guys metal fans at all?
Not really. Like I mean, we do like some stuff, as some songs of Metallica or Pantera, but this is not our main influence.
Do you see any similarities between the kind of music that you guys play, the electronic stuff, and metal?
Yeah, totally. I mean, like we like metal when it's really like this kind of like really like melodic Dungeons and Dragons metal, you know, like people who are doing metal and that are obsessed with like fairies and Dungeons and Dragons and all this corny stuff, because then they do like really almost like classical melodies, and we use this a lot in our music.
Because you guys are so often associated with volume and hard stuff. Is there anything soft that you guys listen to, say in the tour van, that we'd be surprised to hear?
Actually, we just listen to soft music, like really, like yeah. It's in my iPod. Okay, I will show you the top 25. So this is real.
Okay.
Crosby, Stills and Nash, Beatles, America, Bee Gees, Beatles, The Zombies, Sly and the Family Stone, Beatles, Billy Preston, Elton John. Yeah, it's just
There you go. All right.